just see it in my eyes. All I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet. I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. I ain't never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Set, 180. Come off the ball. Check 43.
First carry for James Conner. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Up, left. 25.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch out. Hey. Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
On 1st and 10 is Conner. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Hurry, hurry! Regular. Hey, Delta.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Wilson. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
And the Seahawks, first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Alert!
To throw again. Wilson. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kendall Beckwith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
36 power.
After the sack on first down, Wilson, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Patch it. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, Reed. Here I come.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Seahawks 49.
Hey, 25 to Mike. Target. Hey, alert 33. Hey, 25.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Get ready. Check 31. Check 31. Front left. I'll go special. Yes, sir.
Now it's Wilson. That'll be caught by Rice. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Coleman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Pull together.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We got 4. We got 4.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
They're running it.
Throwing is Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back?
And he's going to go down again. Cameron Hayward, his 2nd sack of the night.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Shift, shift.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Yep. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a... touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Let's go.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
On 1st down. It's Connor. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield finds his running back, James Conner. With his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Check.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball. 14.
They go play action now. Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Check 24, check 24. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. It's caught by OBJ. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And 6 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
King. Hurry. Check back 25.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go. Pistol.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
2nd and 2. He's going to wind up and air it out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Callaway with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. And again, it's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Move the team.
Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Tight end's right. You got 3 down, 3 down. Check 3, check 3. Bang out, bang out, bang,
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Get ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Ready. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Let's go, let's go.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
380.
33. We own it. We own it.
On second down, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
What's left? What's left? 380.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. And that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Check 3.
12.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I think in normal situations, most play calls would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Let's go, D. Hey.
To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Let's go. Show it up. Pistol.
First down, Mayfield. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice game, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Mayfield to throw it this time. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jaron Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Regular. Hey, Lloyd 33. Mike 5. All day, dog. Mike 5. You're trapped.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman powers ahead at the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.